Good morning. It's Wednesday, November 26, 2014. This is Tech Talk Today, episode 97. And my name is Chris.
And I am a somewhat sick Angela.
Yeah, you are.
I know.
She's even got like the white spots on the back of her throat.
Yeah.
We think it might be strep throat.
Yep.
We don't know.
Here I am.
And not only are we dealing with that, still no truck today.
No truck. We went to pick it up yesterday.
No, it was horrible. The worst traffic ever.
Yep, 2-hour drive.
and I still don't have a vehicle, so I'm literally going to be stuck at the studio.
I'm leaving him.
From early this morning until late tonight after Unfilter. I'm not going to be able to go anywhere, nothing. It's a little claustrophobic. All I'm saying is I'm having an absolute panic attack right now, so don't worry about it. It's fine. It's kind of a slow week this week with the American Turkey Day tomorrow. In fact, even in our mumble room, it's kind of a light turnout. And the news is a bit light, but there's a few things we're going to go over. This is the last Tech Talk Today for the week. Starting next week, the show moves Tuesday to Fridays, and I think we're going to be, celebrating episode 100 next week.
Yeah.
That'll be awesome.
8, 9,
so maybe we can get folks to show up
yep.
for episode 100 next week. Get a good turnout. That'd be really cool.
I think that'll be Thursday.
Yeah. Well, why don't we jump into the news, and we're going to start with a story that's personal and close to my heart, and to help us analyze all of it, we got to bring in that mumble room. Time-appropriate greetings, mumble room.
Hello.
Hey, guys. Good morning. Thank you for being here, and we're going to start with a story that makes me shake my head. Everybody's been hearing me talk about Chrome and Firefox recently. Well, Google's been getting a little more serious about blocking all NP API plugins. That's the Netscape plugin API, where Chrome was actually sort of using an old standard set by Netscape way back in the day. Now, they're going to start blocking all new plugins in January and then drop support in Chrome for Netscape-style plugins in September. This is an update on a plan that they had announced a while ago, but then it slowed down based on public reaction. They first announced it in September of 2013. At the time, Google said that Chrome data usage showed that only 6 Netscape plugins were used by more than 5% of users. And those are Silverlight. This is now at 11% of Chrome users have Silverlight, down from 15%. The Google Talk plugin, some of Google's own stuff uses this API they're shutting down. 7% of Chrome users, down from 8.7%. Java, 3.7. That almost seems unbelievably low. Java at only 3.7 of Chrome users? No way. That almost seems and then Unity is in there at 1.9. Facebook Video, 3%. That also seems unbelievably low, considering how many Facebook users there are. And then Google Earth. 0.1%, down from 9.1%.
Jeez. Well, so did Netscape go from browser business to plugins?
No, but they were one of the first browsers on the market to support community plugins, and so it was just sort of a standard, and everybody was writing to that API anyways. The Googs was like, well, let's just make this easy for all them developers, and we'll just implement it. Now, don't worry, it's not going to be like the sky's not falling, right? Initially, you'll be able to get a little pop-up that says, hey, bro, this plugin's been blocked. And then Ange just clicks accept plugin. Actually, Ange isn't a Chrome user.
Nope.
But I just want to give you guys a heads up. In April 2015, you'll no longer even have an option to install any plugins using the Netscape API. They'll be disabled by default, and Google will unpublish these extensions from the Chrome Web Store.
I missed why. Why are they doing that?
Great question, Ange. Great question. Google mainly says it's partially for security. They also say that it's a lot of work for them to maintain this. It's a bunch of bulky old code that they don't like.
That's what I suspected.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Does it seems almost, do you think it seems anti-user though?
No, there'll just be a new series of better written plugins that will just, it's out with the old, in with the new. Yeah. Yeah. And when it comes to, your web browser, these browsers are battling so much feature creep. Like, they're just getting big and slow. Mm-hmm. So sometimes you do have to go in and clean house a little bit. Yep.
Anybody in the mumble room have a take on this?
Well, I was wondering, what are they going to switch it out with?
They have something now already that is, and I think a lot of the popular stuff you get from the Chrome store is already doing it. They go into a little bit of detail in the article. I've linked in the show notes if you want to kind of dig into the technical aspects of it. But I think essentially they want something that's more sandboxed and more isolated. It's sort of it's one part security, one part maintaining this old bulky code that is a lot of work for them. And we've seen Google is willing to just cut something if only a small percentage. They're data driven. So, okie doke. This next story might interest you, Andrews. You ready for this?
Probably.
Tumblr overtakes Instagram as the fastest-growing social platform.
No
Snapchat
way.
being the fastest-growing chat app platform thingy. Tumblr, yeah. So now, of course,
Interesting.
Facebook's still the big dog with 1.35 billion active monthly users. 1.35 billion with a B monthly users. Now, what qualifies as an active user? Is it just somebody pushing a like button on a web page? Is that an active user? Is it somebody authenticating an app through the Facebook login API? Is
or
that
daily login?
Yeah,
Just
sure,
general
for sure.
daily
Yeah,
login.
yeah, but 1.35 billion. That's pretty big.
Well, they say monthly users, so if they log in once in a month, then that's technically a monthly user.
And you know, one of the stats that the analysts like to look at isn't the size of the existing user base, but how big that user base is growing and how fast it's growing. And this is really this is where the interesting stuff is. When it comes to picking up new users, it appears that maybe Facebook has reached a bit of a saturation point. 1.35 billion. Remember. Research out today from the Global Web Index notes that Tumblr's active user base in the last 6 months grew by 120%. Facebook only grew by 2%. 120 versus 2%. Pinterest took the lead with 57% growth, while Facebook also, took the next lead. And Facebook's member base grew by 6. Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, and even Google Plus all grew faster than Facebook did, though. So even Google Plus is currently outgrowing.
Yeah, okay, but you know that really doesn't mean a whole lot because Facebook has been saturated since like what 2010.
1.35 billion. Right, it's 1.35 billion. So yeah, that's
So just everybody else is playing catch up now. So it's really not like Facebook is going down.
Well, I actually think the other thing that's kind of more interesting, and it's telling that this isn't the leading headline. There's obviously a bit of a narrative at play here, because you could look at Facebook Messenger. Facebook Messenger, which broke out into its own separate app.
Yeah, right.
Rocking right now. It's now like the #2 messaging app behind Snapchat. It's skyrocketed up the charts. And they're not talking about that, though, are they, Andrews? No, they are not. I don't even see Viber on this list. Oh, there it is. Viber's about midway, a little bit below Google+. Look at that. Snapchat, though. Damn.
But yeah, Tumblr is interesting because it is so easy. It's like a hybrid social network blog.
I have a theory, too. And I don't know. I could be way off. But I have to wonder if maybe Tumblr is doing so well because there's some dirty pictures on there.
No, when Yahoo bought Tumblr, right? They were eliminating a lot of those.
I don't think so.
Oh.
No,
it's
they're
the way
not.
to go.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, tell me about that, guys.
Well,
I'm just kidding.
I follow. No, I'm just kidding. But I've definitely come across some. Yeah. So I think what's interesting about Tumblr is that it is like one of the big social platforms now that still allows you to get dirty.
I am really surprised, though, that I guess, if you don't like Facebook, then you'll probably would go to Tumblr versus Instagram because Instagram is owned by Facebook.
I suppose. They just seem like totally different things to me,
because that's the headline. But that's the headline. Tumblr overtakes Instagram.
Yeah.
Well,
there's a narrative at play
if you
here,
don't like Facebook, then okay.
Yeah, I think it's just totally different use cases, too. Yeah, and like Pizza Lover is saying in the chat room, a lot of people get forced into using Messenger, and that's why it grows so fast.
Yep. That's exactly what it is.
Okay. Now, this next story, you could tell it's a slow tech news week when I'm busting this story out, but it's super fascinating, super crazy. Hey, you know all those Blu-rays that you never watch anymore? Turns out you could actually make your solar panels more efficient. We're talking noticeably more efficient, too. Here's the thing, though. This is the catch-22. It's got to be Blu-rays with data on them. It cannot be blank Blu-rays.
That's kind of genius.
Let me break this down for you. A group of researchers at Northwestern managed to make more efficient solar panels based off the patterns on a Blu-ray disc. They began by cutting off the edges of a Blu-ray copy of the 1992 Jackie Chan flick Police Story 3 and opening up the disc. Yeah, I know, right? The researchers were after a quasi-random nanostructure that was encoded on the disc. The IEEE spectrum explains that while the data is stored on Blu-ray, it makes it relevant to solar panels, especially compared to other DVDs, because of the way that the data is written in the notches that go into the disc. It makes the light go through differently. Researchers used an open face of the Blu-ray disc to make a mold that was then stamped on top of solar panels, giving the panels the same nanostructure pattern as the original Jackie Chan disc. The Blu-ray pattern ended up being 12% more efficient than smooth solar panels.
Wow. So, now the race is to find which movie is the most effective. How are you powering your house? Oh, with
I bet
whatever movie.
I think it's Bruce Willis's Fifth Element. That's my bet.
Sure.
Yeah.
Or Star Trek. Come on.
Oh, I should have said that.
Yeah. Fail.
Okay, all right. I know there's not much to comment on that one, but I saw that story and I was like, I wasn't gonna put it in the show until it was a Jackie Chan movie, and then I'm like, okay, that's going in the show.
Yeah, it's genius.
All right, so we're moving right along on a slow news day today, and this is our last show of the week for Turkey Day and, of course, America's favorite holiday, Black Friday, Cyber Monday. It's a shopping bonanza, and I think this year, I've been looking around, the shopping bonanza is pretty much going to be anywhere that has an internet connection.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all kinds of places. So I thought maybe as a community, if you know a few great resources to get some good Black Friday deals, I want to get a TV for the studio. And I also need to get some hard drives. Rikai needs to get an SSD. And there's a few other things I want to pick up on Black Friday that I'm hoping to get on a decent deal. It's hard to actually find the good deals, though. Not just the ones that get you through the door, but the really good deals. And let's be honest, a lot of us are going to be shopping online. So I dug up. This is a great idea.
A subreddit.
A subreddit for Black Friday.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's just it's reddit.com/r/Black Friday. It's the largest subreddit dedicated to Black Friday deals. There's already a bunch of deals going up there. So this is my submission, and I was hoping that maybe the community could go over to techtalktoday.reddit.com and leave a comment about their resource for like really good Black Friday deals.
Yeah, I was just going to say, because that is going to get pretty muddy and full of like all the companies that want to post their deals there.
See, this is where the Reddit voting will kind of come in, right? So some of the best stuff will come to the top. But like, here's like rugged Bluetooth speakers, 71% off, and it tells you it's going to end in 17 hours. You definitely want to stay skeptical. Make sure people aren't putting like affiliate links in here unless you want to give them your money. And then the other thing that's nice about this subreddit is that it has on the sidebar a bunch of links to like specific categories. So like here's just TVs, video games, mobile phones. So you could dive into deals just for those categories.
Cool.
Yeah, pretty good resource. So again, that was reddit.com/r/Black Friday, and which will also include Cyber Monday deals. Office chairs. Here's a thread on office chairs. A question about the Amazon TV. This is some good stuff in here. By the way, the Fire Phone today was announced $199. Or $199 unlocked. Unlocked.
Is that Amazon?
Yep. Only works on AT&T, but.
Oh, interesting.
Dishwashers, televisions is a big one. A meta discussion thread about doorbusters and how they can trick you. Just some good stuff. I mean, not everybody likes buying stuff, but or the whole consumer aspect of it.
And
but I also like saving money. So
I think the best Black Friday sale is going over to patreon.com/today.
Hey! In fact, you could be the person who actually moves the needle this week. I don't think we've had anybody sign up this week. And we're at 412. I think we've been at 412 all week. Great number. But we'd love to see it keep going up. So if you'd like to be the one that pushes that forward, patreon.com/today. And that helps all the shows.
Yep, supports the whole network, including our newest show, which is Women's Tech Radio, Episode 2, released today.
Oh, I was ready. Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, that's cool.
It was a good segue. So.
Women's Tech Radio Episode 2 came out, and who was it with? Do you remember?
Paige. Oh, Vanita.
Yeah, I know it was Paige.
Yeah, Paige is my co-host, and it was Vanita. She's from London. So she's got
the accent.
Accent,
which is good. And this was a good quick watch.
It's a quicker one, but they just vary. But there's some great, like she owns her own company called Sustango, and she has a tool that she created called codepunt.today. And it's public now. So you can go to codepunt.today.
To see her work.
And it's kind of a continuing education thing. It's coding puzzles that you can solve, and she's actually recruited people based on that. And
that is so cool.
I know, it is really cool. So she was just using it internally, but now she's made it public. So it's a really neat idea and something that only somebody that knows code could pull off.
Women's Tech Radio Episode 2 comes out every Wednesday.
Yep.
So that's awesome. And supporting that Patreon supports that show. It's sponsor free right now. We're gonna have sponsors in there, but. It gives you an example of how we can do a little development in-house without having to have a sponsor first. And you think about that from a content creation standpoint, how much freedom that gives us, it's amazing. And also, I guess I will mention now, the Jupiter.gift, we've now sold 61 polos. Whoa, hi there, scroll wheel.
Wow.
So we're getting closer to the unlock. That's great. And, of course, that hoodie is it's not even a hoodie. It's a hooded jacket, right? That's what it's supposed to be called? A hooded jacket. Really nice material on all of these. Teespring has really got some great materials. And the jacket itself is very comfortable, very warm, and very soft inside. Very soft. Like, you could take a little baby ducky and wrap it up inside this little tiny blanket and be so warm and comfortable. Or you get yourself a really, really nice polo. We've also got the Tech Talk Today hoodie, which I don't think is going to make it. Not going to make it.
Yeah,
which is too bad. Because everybody could have my face on their chest.
I know. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Don't you want my head on your chest? Jupiter.gift. And none of the kids' shirts. So we're getting an idea of what people like to see. And apparently people don't like kids.
Yeah.
All right, Andrews. Now, before we get out of here, we have a bonus Kickstarter of the week, because it was, with the slow news week, and I thought there's so many different options we could go. I think you got to be a little crazy to do a Kickstarter during the holiday. So, Ange, let's kick it off with our new sound clip. Kick it! It's the Kickstarter of the week, and this Kickstarter is Hashkey, a dedicated one-button keyboard for the hashtag.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
You ready to? And I love the humor in this movie, in this Kickstarter video.
Okay.
So here's the deets before we get started. Mumble Room, prepare your bodies because you will be our jury. So make your minds sharp. Currently, they have a goal of 15,000 euros, I think, with 1,106 reached so far. 62 backers, 26 days left to go.
I think you said it was pounds.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when I said that. That's what I said. I think I was like, oh, that's not euros.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna hit the play button and we'll watch the video. Go.
For better or for worse, the humble hashtag has revolutionized the way we communicate with each other.
Hashtag getting my cookie on. Hashtag I'm the real cookie monster. Hashtag no.
Delicious, right? Hashtag I did it all for the cookie. Hashtag LOL.
Hashtag classic.
The hashtag is the third most used keyboard character, after the letter X, and the weird S-looking thing that looks like two snakes having a 69, which no one knows the name of. Lack of a dedicated hashtag key has been linked to everything from finger cramps, to delirium,
She's sweating.
to desperation.
Drawn on the screen.
The lost time it takes having to press Alt and 3 instead of just one key is estimated to cost the global digital economy somewhere between £32 and 20 billion euros a year. So isn't it about time the hashtag had its own key? Hashtag lovers of the world, your prayers have been answered. Introducing Hashkey.
Hi, I'm social media fan at Little Miss Wild. Hashkey is a revolutionary one-key keyboard that lets you take a dedicated hashtag key with you wherever you go. Just plug the USB connector into your laptop or computer, press the key and hashtag to your heart's content. So please, join our Kickstarter campaign today and help us give the hashtag the home it deserves.
Hashtag help the hashtag. What do you think, Andrew? So there you go. Here, do you need any more details?
That's
It's
hilarious.
a USB device.
I think that'd be a great white elephant or office party gift.
Stocking stuffer, right?
And that, yes.
Yeah. But I don't know if it would. I don't know if it would make it in time. I like that she. Her title is social media fan. I thought that was funny.
Yep.
Plus, we got the wide range of estimates that cost the economy. Searching around for the hashtag. It's going to be brushed aluminum. So that's
great.
Yeah.
It'll go good with my Mac.
Right. Or yeah. I think it will work on Linux. I think it's just a human interface device that just has a single key.
Yep.
Just a single key.
It's an additional keyboard with one key.
The question is, have you thought of Bluetooth before USB? Yes. If we raise enough money, we might be able to switch out to Bluetooth, they say.
Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be cool.
Yeah. Could you do without the wire and plug straight into a USB plug? There's a good reason for that. She says, I use both a MacBook and an iMac, and my iMac's USB ports are on the back.
So
somebody was
it is
asking-
USB though, right?
Yeah. Somebody's asking if you could use like a USB stick.
Oh.
Wouldn't it be great if it had some storage on it too?
Right.
All right, so Ange, let's take it to our jury. Mumble jury, would anybody back... Oh, I tell you the price before you tell me, okay?
Well, it's not going to mean much because it'll be in pounds.
Yeah, and they have a Christmas present special, they say. You can
Okay.
get one standard hash key for 18 pounds.
What's Lionhead? Do you know the conversion on that?
They have it... I think
No.
they...
I think it's $14 or $15 if I'm not.
Yes, it looks
Okay.
like it based on the...
28 by Google.
It looks like
Ah.
they've got a little conversion up on their page.
Oh,
and then-
sweet.
Yeah, so you can kind of So, what do you think, Jerry? Is this something you'd back?
Absolutely not.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say yes. All right, creepy uncle, would you back it?
No, it looks like something you'd find on ThinkGeek, though.
Yes.
All right, WW, you are our last voice in the jury. Would you back this hash key?
No, is Shift 3 too hard to press?
Yeah, that's what it is such... I know it by memory. Like, it's not really that big of a deal.
Womp. And so, Ange, as the judge, your vote, my dear.
No.
Bom, bom, bom. You know what? That's too bad. That's too bad.
If this cost $1, yes, but at £18, no way.
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, I
it's
do-
whimsical. It's worth maybe having
I
just
love the
for
humor.
fun,
I
but-
love the humor,
yeah.
too.
Well,
All right.
You know what? Like Instagram, they actually modify the keyboard when you're on Instagram to have the hashtag visible when you're posting, so that you don't have to go to like the third screen just to get the hashtag. So as long as apps and stuff get like at least mobilely.
All right, but Q5 says he'd back it just for the fun of it, and it is a conversation starter. Somebody sits down like, is that a hashtag? Is that a hashtag to you? All right, but everybody says no?
Is that a hash key in your pocket?
Final verdict, Andrews?
No.
All right, very good, very good. That's fair. You know what? I feel like we gave it a good shot. They had a good video. It was nice and fun. They were self-deprecating humor is always a check in my book that I like. So here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it in the show notes, and if you want to go back this and get yourself one, and then send it in to us, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Take a picture of it and go submit it to techtalktoday.reddit.com.
And have a JB show on your monitor.
Yeah, we'll put it in the faux show too. You'll get on Tech Talk Today and the faux show if you get one of these.
And the Instagram.
Oh yeah. All right, there you go. Boom. Right. Yeah. I agree. You know what? For a stocking stuffer, they also have, by the way, some packs. You can get a few of them.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So you can also get it with a molding, a plastic molding for the wire. Not bad.
Nice.
All right, so we'll have a link to that in the show notes. That's going to wrap us up, though, for today's episode of Tech Talk Today, which means, because of the Turkey Day, we're all done for the whole week. Be back on Tuesday for episode 98, Wednesday for episode 99, and Thursday for episode 100. So submit your stories for episode 100 and join us in the Mumble Room over at jblive.tv. We do this show 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern. You can go to jupiterbroadcasting.com/calendar, where the robots will convert that to your local time for you automatically. And when you're in our jblive.tv chat room, which is just embedded on that page, you can do Bang Mumble, and it'll give you the Mumble server address. You can get up in this business and talk to us. Mm-hmm. Okay. Anything else we need to cover, Andrews?
Nope, I think that covers it.
Oh, also, we'd love to get your old classic video commercials at techtalktoday.reddit.com. All the goodies for the show over there, techtalktoday.reddit.com. Now, I'm going to leave us with... It's not a super high-quality video, which is funny. Some of these videos we've been playing from like the 50s are actually better quality than this video. Gosh, the 90s was rough. But this is right out of my childhood. I was this kid.
My parents just showed me how to get streaming video over the internet. My dad showed me this cool real-time radio station online. Matt, what's the matter? It's my parents. They still have a 28.8 modem.
US Robotics 56K modems download at incredible speeds, so you can finally unlock the true power of the internet.
We were all 28.8 users once.
The US Robotics 56K modem from 3Com. Buy one now and get $50 cash back.